Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitayah Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hemashailaabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahiteratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Yesterday, we saw Bandi Magadha Sutagana Biruda Badahimati Dhira Karahini Chavari Loga Sabha Haya Gaya Dhana Mana Chira. All of them started giving. Now here one small point yesterday I did not mention. All of us know everybody are there in the stadium. Then how can they give horses and elephants and riches and jewels, clothes, etc.? They have come to witness the program. They have not carried there to be given. So the idea here is there are tens of thousands of people are there in the stadium. People who are outside who have come to know the truth, they have also they started giving. Or otherwise, there is one more way of thinking. the sankalpa which they might have taken there. The sankalpa is very extremely important. Now here, in the modern days, we also take lot of resolutions, but we don't abide by those. We don't abide by those. We change our resolution time and again for our convenience. Therefore, today's world, sankalpa has actually very less value. I will not say no value, because there are people who take up sankalpa and who keep up to that sankalpa, who follow that sankalpa. That was the commitment they had. So they took sankalpa that having attended this, after the program is over, after the Dhanush Yajna is over, I will go back and then give all gifts to everybody. This was a very strong sankalpa they might have taken. This is one way of looking at it. And then, now we see how beautifully this particular event is being celebrated all over. झाजी मृदंग संक सहनाई भेरी डोल दुंदुबी सुहाई बाजही बहु बाजने सुहाये जह तह जुबती न मंगल गाये सखिन सहित हर्षी अति रानी सुखत धान पराजनु पानी जनक लहिउ सुख सोचु बिहाई पैरत थके थाह जनु पाई श्रीहत भये भूप धनु टूटे जैसे दिवस दीप छवि छूटे सीय सुख ही बरनिय के ही भांति जनु चातकी पाई जलुप स्वाति राम ही लखनु बिलोकत कैसे ससी चकोर किशोर कु जैसे सतानंद तब आय सुदीन्हा सीता गमनु राम पहि कीन्हा संग सखी सुंदर चतुर गावहि मंगल चार गवनी बाल मराल गति सुषमा अंग अपार सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भय सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। झाजी मृदंग संक सुहनाई. At that time, now see, very beautiful, important point here. When Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra took the Dhanush and broke it open, there was thunder, there was eruption in mountains, and all those things happened. But once that subsided, not really subsided, the beautiful festival sounds that are being made actually brought all of them down. As though Jhaji, Jhaji means, that cymbals they play during bhajans and things like that. And some cymbals were also little bigger in size probably. So they played those cymbals. Mridanga were played. Shankhanada, Hareva, Sahanai, Bheri, Dhol, Dundu, Bhi, Suhai, Dhols, drums and kettle drums, everything were played in full volume. Bajahi bahu bajane suhaye. Then not only small drums, also bigger drums and bigger trumpets, everything were also beautifully played. Most charming instruments, all sorts of instruments, and the best part, all of them were played at the time. Everybody were playing. It was such a festival mood. Jaha taha jubati na mangal gaye. Wherever women were there, women were put in one particular compartment, if we may say, or one particular place. All the women started singing festival songs. Sakhina sahita harashi ati rani. Rani, she was very, very happy along with her own companions, her own friends. Sukhat dana parajanupani. How? Just as in a crop field, when all the crops had almost dried up, at that time, the refreshing rain, when it comes, how beautiful it would be. All the crops would again rejuvenate itself and be so happy. The farmers will be jumping out of delight. They will be singing songs out of, as though, Kritagnyata Bhava to Bhagavan, to Varuna Devata to have showered rain when the crops were almost dying. That was a joy which everybody experienced here. Janaka lahevu sukhu sochu bihai. King Janaka, the moment that bow was broken, that tension, that anxiety, that discomfort, that frustration, the disappointment till now, whatever he had, all of them broke over, all of them vanished, and he became extremely happy and he felt gratified. He was so delighted. Pairata take tha janupai. Just as, we have heard so many people swim, even in the ocean they swim. There are so many people who have tried swimming, who have tried, have also achieved. From, let us say, Rameshwaram, from there to the Lanka tip, some few straits, English Channel, let us say, all of them have swam across, and in the process, swimming, they are all tired, no doubt. But at the same time, suddenly if they find the shore, if their legs touch upon the shore's sand, how happy they would be. Or why, all of you, most of you, if not all of you, we go for walking early morning, isn't it? Very early morning when we keep on walking, some people put some, headphones and they play some music and then put the, or wired or wireless, they put the mobile in their pocket and then the earbuds are there and then they play some music. They go on walking, they forget that time also, how much they walked listening to the music. But suddenly they feel very tired. And when they are very tired, suddenly they see there is no place to rest, so they have to keep walking. They keep walking, they are tired, they are sweating, all that is going on. Suddenly they find one stone bench kept in the side of the road. How happy they would be. Think. Therefore, when something is not at all going wrong, suddenly something comes up to tell you, no, I am there. As Bhagavad Gita would say, Name bhaktah pranashyati kaunteya pratijanihi. Bhagavan says, I am there, don't worry. Like that, when the swimmer finds the shore, the walker finds a bench, how happy they would be. And a farmer sees the rain, experiences the rain. It is such a joy. Shrihata bhaye bhupadhanutute. The king's facial expression immediately changed. The moment the bow broke, his facial expression completely changed. It was full of astonishment. It was full of delight. Jaise divasadeepa chabid chute. There are a lot of lights. We have all the electrical lights, right? Even in some houses, outside lights are also there. But when the dawn, when the sunrise takes place, then all these lights which were very important for us to function, all these lights become redundant in the light of the sun. So immediately what we do? We switch off all the lights. Why? They are no more required. They are, at that particular time, they are wastage. They will consume extra energy which is not required. Similarly, when Bhagavan broke the Dhanush, It was like the sun which arose and all these small lights all became redundant. Siya sukha hi baraniya ke hi bhati. What to talk of Mata Sitaji's delight? One, Dhanush has been broken, because of which she could get married. Two, the one who broke is also her own beloved, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, whom she wanted to get married. She wanted Ramchandra ji only to break the Dhanush, and he broke the Dhanush. What more can anyone ask for? She was extremely delighted. Janu Chataki Pai Jalu Swati. Just as the Chataka birds. We have discussed this earlier also. After a very strong summer, let us say that raindrops come, the pure raindrops, when it comes down, as though one beautiful drop. The Chataka bird was waiting for that drop of water. It's so thirsty. At that time, that drop straight comes and goes into its throat and then soothes that throat. How comfortable, how wonderful that experience would be. Even we also, when we walk on the road and things like that, and then you find somebody says, "Sir, please, you have walked for a long time, please have some water." How wonderful it would be. What a beautiful experience we will have. I would like to share one particular thing which happened just a week back here in the ashram. It is winter now here. Still, it is very hot during the day, and if it doesn't rain, it becomes very hot. And lot of cattle, sheep, goats come here to gaze. And afternoons, it's very hot. After, let us say, 2 o'clock or so, it's very hot. And they sit down, they try to find one shadow. Whereas here, there is no much of trees. It's all, farmlands. Vegetations grow all around. Therefore, there is not much of trees and all. So, the cows and sheep, they don't have a place to rest in shade. And last week, we had kept 2 water tanks there for the cattle, so that they can appease their thirst. I tell you, I could see the joy in their face. 2 water full cement tanks, they get empty every day. And when they drink, when I go there, they look at my face as though saying thank you. It's all, you may say, it is all, but you have to feel. And they feel so happy. And the farmers who bring them, they fold their hands and say, thank you so much. That joy is inexplicable. Similarly, this Chataka Pakshi, when it receives the drop of water, after so long of wait for water, when that rain comes, it is also extremely happy. And second thing we should know, the rains are rare during summer, isn't it? So, suddenly we all know that in between the summer, one rain comes. There is one shower which comes. People make a lot of comments on that, say, it only increases the heat, a very negative way of thinking. But the positivity in that is, it is already very hot. This rain actually brings down the heat. It brings some sort of solace in farmers, in even common man. And that rain is very rare. Similarly, now think of Sita ji and Ramchandra ji. That combination, it has to be the only combination. There cannot be other combination. Therefore, it is very rare. And then that it has happened, it is such a joy to everyone. All right. Now, Rama hi lakhanu bilokhat kaise. How does Lakshmana, watching Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, his eyes are completely fixed on Ramchandra ji. He has no other thing in life. Lakshmana has no other experience of life, we may say, as though his only job is to focus on Bhagavan Ramchandraji. That is the commitment. That is called surrender. Anyatha sharanam nasti. Tvameva sharanam mama. Sasihi chakora kisora kujese. Just as Bala Chakora bird. Bala Chakora comes to glance the moon and is stuck with that beautiful vision of moon. At that time, Satananda Taba Aya Sudinha. Satananda, Shatananji immediately gave instruction, gave permission and called Sita ji. Sita Gamanu Rama Pahikinha. Shatananji gave instruction, Sita, now you come and wear the victory garland of victory, Jayamala. Please come and wear. Not please come, he says, come and wear joyfully. Where is the question of please there? Come. And then what happened? Sanga Sakhi Sundara Chatura Gavahi Mangalachara Gavani Bala Maralagati Sushamanga Apara. Sanga Sakhi, along with her companions, who are beautiful, who are very, very brilliant, very talented. Gavahi Mangalachara, all of them beautifully are singing wonderful songs, festive songs, to commemorate this beautiful, wonderful activity which has happened. Occurrence that has happened. Gavani Balamaralagati Sushamanga Apara. And Sita ji in the center, and all the companions encircling her, protecting her. All of them walk, and Balamaralagati, as in the pace of Balamarala, a small swan bird. Just as it would beautifully walk, Sita ji beautifully walked Sushama Anga Para with the infinite charm in her limbs. That was walking towards Ramchandraji. Tulsi Dasi continues. Sasina madhyasiya sohati kaise Chabi gana madhya maha chabi jaise Kar saroj jayamal suhai Beswa bijaya sobha jehi chai Tan sakho chumana parama uchahu Gudha premu lakhi parai nakahu Jai sameepa Rama chabi dekhi Rahi janu kuwari chitra avarekhi Chatura sakhi lakhi kaha bujhai Pahirawahu jayamal suhai Sunat jugal karamal uthai Prema bibasa pahirai na jai Sohat janu juga jala jasanala Sasihi sabhita deta jayamala Gavahi chabi avalokil saheli Siya jayamal Rama urameli Raghubara ura jayamala Dekhi deva bari sahi sumana Sakuche sakala bhuvala Janu biloki ravi kumudar gana. The time came. Sakhina madhyasiya sohati kaise. In the midst of her companions, Sita ji beautifully was shining naturally. Isn't it? All the Sakhis, no doubt they are beautiful, no doubt they are talented, no doubt they are brilliant, but Sita ji is, par excellent than all of them, and therefore she was also shining amidst them who were encircling Sita ji in a manner of protection, but at a distance, so that Sita ji is seen exclusively, and she was shining. Chabigana madhyamaha chabi jaise, just as all the accompanied women, they were all embodiment of beauty only, but Sita ji was the personification of a supreme beauty. How beautifully Tulsidas ji explains, isn't it? Kar saroja jayamala suhai. She held that jayamala in her hand, and Biswa Bijaya Sobha Jehi Chai, and the entire universe, the entire universe was resplendent, was very, very bright. Everybody were delightful. Tanasako Chumana Parama Uchai Uchahu. Sitaji, her body shrank out of modesty with lot of shy. And Paramauchahu, Ura, Mana here means what? The heart is so happy, it is full of joy, and she is experiencing that ecstatic moment. Gudha premulakhi paraina kavu. That hidden love which she had all this while, which nobody else, paraina kavu, nobody could see that hidden love which he had for Ramchandra ji. Jai Sameepa Rama Chabi Dekhi. Then she came closer to Ramchandra ji and see. You can't just go like that and say, ha, karke, like the way it happens in modern days. Those days that Maryada was extremely important. So you can't see like that. She would put her head down and then slowly go. And once she sees him, Jai Sameepa, when she goes, now it is face to face. Earlier it was from a distance, now it is face to face. Sameepa Rama Chabi Dekhi, Rahi Janu Kuvari Chitra Avarekhi. She stood motionless. She was enraptured. She became still, like what? Chitra Avarekhi, like a portrait, a painting which is motionless. She became like that, looking at Ramchandra ji face to face. At that time, she forgot herself. She forgot the world. The only thing she could see was Ramchandra ji. She became motionless. Chatura sakhi lakhi kaha bujhai. Then one of her companions, she looked at her. She looked at Ram and then realized now she has become motionless. She has lost control of herself, as though in watching the beauty of Ramchandra ji. So she goes nearer and then Pahiravahu Jayamala Suhai. Sita, go. Wear that Jayamala to him. Go. As though she might have told. Go and offer that Jayamala. Sunata Jugala Karamala Uthai. Out of that, that shy, which is so beautiful actually. With that shyness, she as though came out of a trance. Otherwise she had forgotten. So that companion, she probably touched her a little. Wear the mala. What are you waiting for? Then she came out of the trance as though, and she raised the garland with both of her hands. Just as, the hands were like, there is a lotus and it has a stack. Both two lotuses with the stack. Her hands lifted the mala. Was so beautiful. And her hands, Sitaji's hands were like the stack of a lotuses, which is so beautiful, tender. Prema bibasa pahirai najai. She was too overwhelmed, naturally, isn't it? With so much of emotion, and with that, now she has to wear the mala. She has to put the mala in the neck of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Soha tajanu juga jala jasanala sasihi sabhita deta jayamala. In this, uplifting her hands with the jayamala, sasihi sabhita deta jayamala. Ramchandra ji was looking like a beautiful moon, and to that moon, Sita ji is offering the garland. Gavahi chabi avaloki saheli. At that moment, all the women, the companions, all of them started singing beautiful songs. Very, very auspicious songs. Siya Jayamala Rama Urameli. And Sita ji slowly, with that shy, with that joy, with that delight, and at the same time with so much of overwhelming, delight in her heart, she wears the mala to Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai. Raghubara ura jayamala dekhi deva bari sahi sumana. All the devatas, when all of them are watching, the entire universe is as though watching. Devatas of course can watch. In the universe, others may be in some other place, they may not be able to pratyaksha watch, and there was no live telecast, etc. But devatas could watch. And when they saw that garland was put on Ramchandra ji's neck, everybody showered flowers. Sakuche sakhala bhuvala. All the bhuvala, all the rajas who were sitting, who were talking negative, who were talking ill, all of them, they succumbed to themselves out of confusion, out of shame. Janu biloki rabi kumudagana. And the lilies, who bright in the night, even they folded up as though the sun has risen in the sky. The lilies, similarly, just as the lilies would close, all the kings who were talking ill, they all folded up, they shrank out of shame. Continuing, the celebration continues. Purarubyoma bhajane baje khalabhaye malina sadhu saburaje surakinnara nara naga munisa jaya 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 kahi dehi asisa nachahi gavahi bibudha badhuti bar bar kusumanjali chuti jahatah प्रभेद धुनि करही बंदी बिरिदावली उच्छरही मही पाताल नाक जसु व्यापा राम बरीसिय भंजे उचापा करही आरती पुर नर नारी देहि निछावरी बित्त बिसारी सोहति सिय राम कै जोरी छवि सिंगारु मन हुए कठोरी सखी कहीं प्रभु पद गहु सीता करति न चरण परस अति भीता गौतमतीय गति सुरति करी नहीं परसति पग पानी मन बिहसे रघुवंश मनी प्रीति अलौकिक जानी सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Pura arubyoma bhajane baje. The entire cosmos. Pura, Nagara, or Vyoma. Vyoma means what? Even in heavens. Bhajane bhaje. Everybody started playing music. Khalabaye malina sadhu sabaraje. While the wicked, Khala, Bhaye, they became malina. Malina means what? They became totally, cocooned into themselves out of shame. Sadhu Saburaje, all the sages and saints and good people, noble people, Raje, they were enjoying, they were expressing joy all over. Surakin Nara Nara Naga Munisa, Jaya 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 Kahi Dehi Asisa. Sura, gods, the celestial beings, Kinnara, Nara, human being, Nagas, Munisa, all the sages and saints, Jaya 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 Kahi Dehi Asisa, they praised Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra, Siyavar Ramachandra ki Jai. Even they also chanted the slogan, and they Asisa, Dehi Asisa, they gave Ashirvada. Remember, Ramchandra ji is now in the Manuja Avatara, Manava Avatara, Manushya Avatara. Therefore, sages and saints, with that in standpoint, they give Ashirvada. Nachahi gavahi bibudha badhuti. All the celestial apsaras, celestial, dancers, all of them, they also started dancing beautifully. The best of their dance they were dancing, and along with them, they were the best singers of the celestial beings. They also started singing Bara Bara Kusumanjali Chuti, and all of them took flowers and showered again and again on the beautiful couple Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji and Sita ji. Jaha taha vipra veda dhuni karahi. All the vipras, the brahmanas, now they may not be very proficient in singing and things like that, and they they started chanting Veda mantras, and everybody all at a time. Swasti na Indro Vridhashavaha, Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha, Swasti na Starkshyo Arishtanemihi, Swasti no Brihaspatir Dadhatu. Swasti mantra was chanted, and so Veda mantras. Bandi Biradavali Ucharahi. While all the, we had discussed about this, they are called as bards in English, otherwise called Bandijan, who are specifically meant to chant the praises of the king. They all started singing the glory of Ramchandra ji and Sita ji. The poets started, bringing out poets, and like that, everything, all of these happened all at a time, because everybody were delighted. They could not contain themselves, helplessly express their joy. Vedas, praises, Mangalacharana, songs, bhajans, then all tala, mridanga, trumpets, everything at a time. Mahipatala nakaja subhyapa rama bari siya bhanje uchapa. When Ramchandra ji broke the bow, earth, heavens, even Patala Loka, Asura Loka, everywhere. Asura Loka also, there are some good Asuras, you see. Though they are in the same clan, there might have been some good Asura like Vibhishan ji. Everybody started singing the glory. What was that? One breaking news all over in all channels of all the worlds. What is that? Rama broke. Breaking news. Rama broke. Banchevu chapa. So that was the breaking news. Everybody were happy. Karahi arati puranaranari. The women in the Pura, in that particular city. Why in that city? Everywhere. Bhagavan is everywhere. They must have thought about it. They took arati and they showed arati to Sita ji and Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Karahi arati puranaranari. Dehi nichavari bitta bisari. And all the evil should be warded off. Therefore, for the sake of elimination of evil, they all took arati. Arati is a form where not only we beautifully celebrate the presence of the Bhagavan, also the elimination of the evil. That is the beauty of arati. Sohati siya Rama ke jori. And Sita ji and Ramchandra ji's, that togetherness, it was shining. It was so beautiful. You know, there are certain things which cannot be expressed by words. So we have to take the help of so many other ways to express the joy and the glory. Similarly, it is Tulsi Dasi is trying always to express how people were happy. Chabi singaru manahu ekathori. As if beauty and the sentiment of love, the love itself. So beauty and love together came and joined hands, and they met together in a human form. Chabi Singaru Manoho Ekathori. Chabi and Singaru. Beauty and the love, they came together in human form. And now see, in our tradition, whenever this garlanding takes place, whenever one, accepts the other, then the tradition is the lady should should touch the feet of the husband. Now here, by wearing the varamala, that relationship is confirmed. So now Sita ji has to touch the feet of Ramchandra ji. She was in such an ecstasy, she forgot what she was doing. She was in that ecstatic mood. Sakhi kahahi Prabhu pada kahi Sita. Hey Sita, touch the feet of Ramchandra. Now he is your husband. Touch his feet. Karatina charana. Parasa means sparsha. Karatina charana sparsha. Sitaji would not touch. Ati bhita, out of fear. What is a fear? In the 265th verse, Tulsidasi says, Gautamati yagati surati kari nahi parasati pagapani. Now, pani here means not water. Pani here means pani, hands. She would not touch the feet of Ramchandraji because of the fear. What is the fear? Remembering the result of Ramchandraji touching Ahalya. What happened? That stone became Nari. Now Sita ji is wearing lot of stones. Very, very precious stones, diamonds, etc., etc. What is one of the stone come out, become a Nari? Or the second thing is, now Ahalya ji came out, and after that, discussion took place, whatever the discussion may be, she went back to her husband's place. Now, Ahalya went back to Gautama Muni's place. So if she touches Ramchandraji, what if Sita ji has to go somewhere else? She doesn't want to go. Therefore, she doesn't want to touch the feet of Ramchandraji. Mana bihase Raghuvamshi mana. Mana bihase Raghuvamshi mani, the crest jewel of Raghuvamshi, that is Ramchandraji. He laughed loudly, but inside his heart, not outside. Within the heart, inwardly he laughed loudly. Why? Preeti alaukika jani. When he came to understand the love, the purity, the chastity, that intensity of love that Sita ji has towards Ramchandra ji. How beautiful experiences these would be, isn't it? सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।